Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe for another action figure review, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Patriot Studio Kennedy the Virus Buster from USA, aka Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil. And I'm gonna be honest with you right off top, I don't know too much about this character. I'm pretty unfamiliar with Resident Evil. I don't even know if I've ever played the game. I think back in the day I played Resident Evil 2 maybe a couple of times, but it was so long ago I don't really know too much about it. I don't remember anything about the franchise. I've never seen the movies, so I'm just kind of going in blind. But I will say, although I'm not a fan of like Resident Evil, I am a big fan of Patriot Studios. Last year they came out with some really dope like zombie cops from Resident Evil, and I absolutely love those things. So when they offered to send this out to me to review, I jumped on it because I know it's going to be a quality figure and it's going to be a fun opportunity to learn about a new character. I always enjoy that. So all of you diehard Resident Evil fans out there, use this as an opportunity to educate me a little bit. If there's anything interesting I need to know about the character, leave that in the comments. I look forward to checking it out. But yeah, huge thank you to Patriot Studio for sending this out to me. But let's go ahead and get into it. So we are going to be taking a look at the figure, and we're also going to be taking a look at the pre-order bonus pack, which is like, you know, additional accessories. So that's really cool. But let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. We get a really cool shot of the figure right here. It looks like he's standing in the forest or something. We have some really cool looking graphics back there. On the side of the box, it says Patriot Studio. On the back, we get a look at all the figure's accessories, and we get a look at some of the things that come in the pre-order bonus pack. So that is always nice. Over here, it says Patriot Studio. And I really love this packaging. It's kind of like a shoebox packaging, and it's just really nice and clean and compact. Looks really dope, and you take off the front of that and you're able to see the figure right there, and as you can see, he looks pretty damn awesome. But enough about the pretty box, let's go ahead and get him out and take a look. Alright, so right out of the box, Leon is looking really dope. This figure is super clean, man. Patriot Studios did an incredible job on him. The soft goods are so well done, everything is tailored perfectly to the body underneath. All the details on it look really good. He's got a bunch of like straps and belts and things like that, but they made it to where you could kind of tighten these straps if you need to, so they're never gonna look saggy or like unnatural, you know? So it looks really good. I think if you're a fan of this character, you're gonna love this figure, because you can tell Patriot Studios put a lot of love into this. Came out really dope. This jacket does kind of make me nervous. It is like a, you know, like a fake leathery type of material, so I wonder if it'll like flake over time, you know? Not too sure, but it looks really good. I love the fur on the inside. That is pretty pretty nice. Man, yeah, this looks incredible. I'm always impressed by like what a good job like companies like Patriot Studios and like Nada Toys and like some of these lesser known companies. It's always just mind-blowing what a good job they do on the details on their figures, not only with the soft goods but also with the sculpt. The sculpting work on this figure's head is absolutely incredible. It looks so lifelike. It probably looks more realistic than the damn video game. Nah, video games have gotten crazy with the graphics, like it's pretty unbelievable, but man, this thing looks so good. Definitely looks like he jumped right out of the game. I bet you if someone took like a nice picture of this guy and had it side by side to a screen grab from the video game, it would be impossible to distinguish between the two. This looks exactly like he does in the game, from what I've seen. Obviously, I'm not an expert, but yeah, man. Like the way it, like the overall tone feels like it does in the video game too, you know? Look at the wet look of the eyes. That always trips me out. That looks so good. Look at the shine that they have. Man, that's... Damn, look at that. That is so dope. I love that. And then the hair looks really good too. There's some subtle shading in there, some different colors and stuff. That looks nice. But for me, the star of the show is the face sculpt and the eyes. Look at that. Crazy stuff. And then moving down into the body, the soft goods look really nice. I like the way that they are tailored to the figure itself. Like the shirt looks really good. The jacket is nice too. I love the fur right here on the collar and then down the lining of the jacket. It does have a zipper, but it's not an actual zipper, so you can't like close it up or anything. But it does look good. That fur looks nice. And, you know, I'm a little unsure about this material, this like fake leather material. I don't know how well it'll hold up. It looks nice, you know, but I think if you play around with this figure too much, you may run into some trouble. But it does look really good. I like the black lines on here to kind of break it up. The stitching is mostly really nice. And yeah, it's a very cool looking jacket. I love the fur lining. That's my favorite part of it. But yeah, really, really dope. And, you know, the jacket does restrict the articulation a little bit, but you could still pose them around. And then the sculpting work on the gloves is really nice too. You got some like metal plates on the knuckles there. And then moving down into the lower body, we have a bunch of belts and straps around the waist and stuff. Look at how clean the stitching is on the pockets there. I don't think they're real pockets. Yeah, they're not. But that looks really good. Got some nice sculpting work on the pouches, and you know, you have these straps right here, and you could, if these get loose on you, you can take this off and tighten them up, so that's always nice. And then on the opposite side, he does have a gun holster, and as you can see, the gun fits in there nicely. And then there's this part that hinges so that you could kind of keep the gun secure in there. Yeah, the pants look really good. The boots look good, or the shoes look good, I should say. But yeah, man, some really insane detail on this guy. Some really nice soft goods, and just an incredible looking head sculpt. And Leon does come with a bunch of really cool accessories, including 4 different sets of hands. So first off, we have a set of open hands. And all of the hands are able to switch off really easily, like the pegs are very strong. The only issue that I was running into is that on some of the pairs of hands, like the peg hole is kind of deep in there, so you do have to push it like pretty hard. But I will say the pegs feel very sturdy. They don't feel like they're gonna snap or anything like that. So for the most part, the hands have been really easy to switch out. And then next up, we have a pair of fists. And then we do get a set of gun gripping hands. And then lastly, for the hands, he comes with a set of like circular, regular looking gripping hands. And then he does come with a shotgun, and this thing is really nice. I love how it has like the pumping action, and then you could see this piece like slides back and forth. That's really dope. And yeah, man, this is a really good looking gun. Check out the details on it. The paintwork is nice. It's got a nice metallic color and then like a wood color for the grip here and the back piece. And then he does come with 2 handguns, and I like these a lot. I think they look really good. I love the detail and the design and stuff. They're very well done. And they do have the removable magazine or clip or whatever you want to call it. But this one here is like super loose. In fact, it could like fall out. So you got to be careful with that one. But this one fits in there nicely. And you got to actually get in there with your nail in order to get the magazine out. But yeah, this one stays in there securely. It comes out without too much issue. So this one is really good. I wish this one was a little tighter. So I'm going to have to maybe go in there and try to see if I could fix that. But yeah, aside from that problem, I think these guns are really nice. And then next up, Leon comes with a flashlight, and I like this a lot because I don't think that I have any flashlights. Maybe the Felix Toys Rorschach or Inkblot came with a flashlight. I don't know, I can't remember, but this is very cool. I wonder if there's like some reflectors on the inside so that you could kind of make it look like it's shining. But yeah, this is dope. I like this a lot. And then next up, we get a couple of different types of grenades. Here's the first one here. I don't know exactly what this would be called, but I imagine it's more of like an explosive grenade. And they did a good job with it. I like the details on there. You could see that there's a little bit of a like metallic color on the green. And then on this side, we have like a smoke grenade. And this looks really good too. Actually, I don't know if this is like a smoke grenade. I don't know exactly what it is, but it looks good. And I like how they put that metal, you know, dry brush finish on there to make it look realistic. He only comes with 1 of each of these, but I guess that, you know, seems to make sense. I'd imagine that, you know, heavy weapons like this would be scarce when he's running around. So yeah, I like these a lot, and I think they did a good job with them. And then next up, we have a fish. And man, I love this. This is probably my favorite accessory that he comes with because I definitely don't have any like realistic fish in my collection. So yeah, this is really cool, and they did a great job with it. It looks super realistic. Look at the eyes, the scaly look, the metallic kind of shine to it that fish tend to have, you know? Look at that. That's really, really dope. And, you know, I was talking to somebody who, like, knows a little bit more about the game than I do. Or much more, I should say. Shout out to Billy Moon. He suggested that, like, maybe he comes with fish because it's, like, a source of, like, you know, to like, regenerate his health or whatever. So, I mean, that makes sense. And that's a very fun like thing to include. If that is the case, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think there's another reason why he would come with fish. But that makes sense to me, so I'm running with that. But yeah, this is really cool. And then next up, we get a really cool looking knife. Check that out. Damn, look at the blade on that. definitely can protect him if he needs to kill a bear to survive, or a zombie bear, you know. Who knows what he'll need this for. But yeah, that looks really good. And for this accessory, we had to remove the jacket so we get a look at the figure like that. And as you could see, this looks really dope. I like the way they did the shirt. They did a great job of making sure the shirt stays in place when you're messing with the figure. I don't know how they, you know, secured it down in here, but when you're posing the figure around, the shirt doesn't come untucked or anything like that. It stays in place really well. And the shirt looks good. It's got these lines on there to keep it from looking so plain, and the lines kind of carry on to like the back of the figure and everything. And yeah, it looks really good. So this is probably the way that I'm going to keep this figure, because although I like the jacket, it does kind of make me nervous. I feel like if I play with it too much, it's going to flake or something. I really don't have that problem right here. And you know, honestly, he looks almost just as good. So yeah, this is cool. But moving on to the accessory that I mentioned, he does come with these holsters right here, or these straps, and as you can see, we have a gun holster on this side and then a knife sheath up here. Got some silver work in the back, and then we do have some pouches. You do want to be careful when you're taking this on and off, because for me it actually came detached right there and I had to re-glue it, and then I just put a dab of glue on the other side just to kind of reinforce it. But you know, wasn't a big deal, but something to look out for. I do feel like this maybe is like a little loose. I don't think it's supposed to go on over his jacket. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know, when you have his arms down like that, it definitely holds it in place. But yeah, this looks awesome to me right here. I like this a lot. And I actually almost missed this, but he also comes with a watch that you could put onto his wrist, and it does look really good. I'm sure it's like significant for some reason. I just don't know why. Maybe there's like a something important on that watch. Well, or maybe it's just a cool watch. I don't know, but he does look good with it, so I do like that a lot. But yeah, it was thrown in there, and I almost didn't see it. And he also comes with a couple of extra pouches, and these are cool and everything, but I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to put these pouches onto the figure, because like they do have a loop on the back of them, as you could see, but that loophole is too small for the fastening piece to fit through. Maybe I was doing it wrong. I don't know, but I wasn't able to figure out how to get these on there. I mean, it would be cool to have some extra pouches, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with the pouch setup that we have going on here. So, you know, I don't need to put these on there, but yeah, this is something that like, you know, you've got some additional options if you want to take the time to figure out how to get these on there. Seems like this smaller one has a bigger loop, so I could probably get that on there somewhere, but yeah, extra pouches. And in the pre-order bonus pack, he comes with a couple of additional weapons, including another shotgun. And check this out. This looks really, really dope. It's a different type of shotgun. This is the one that has like the pump cocking action back here. So this kind of shotgun always reminds me of Terminator. So I like this a lot. And it looks really good. I love that he came with two shotguns, but they're both different from each other, you know? And he could hold on to it. Look at that. And the pre-order bonus pack also comes with a rocket launcher. I know there's a more official name for this type of weapon, but you know, I'm simple with it. I call it a rocket launcher. But yeah, this is dope. Look at that. And you probably have to take off the jacket in order to get this arm to come across and like hold the top of it if you wanted to pose him like he was actually firing this off. But this is a very cool weapon. Look at that. Got some nice detail on there. I like how the rocket itself is red, different from the rest of the weapon here. Really nice. And the pre-order pack also comes with a map. And you know, at first I thought this was like paper, but it's not. It feels like some type of vinyl or something. But yeah, that's a cool thing to include. You could definitely incorporate this into some photography somehow. Dang, Leon is eating good with this bonus pack, man. Check out this big ass fish that he comes with. Look how much bigger it is than the other one. Man. And just like that other fish, this looks really good. Super realistic. And again, I appreciate this because I don't have any realistic fish, and man, that's crazy. I can't wait to see what people do with this, like in the background of shots, you know. But yeah, for the accessories, I think that he comes with a lot of good stuff even without the pre-order bonus pack, but those additional things are definitely a lot of fun, and it's cool to be able to get those things. But yeah, the figure itself has a really good amount of accessories, so I like what we have going on. Alrighty, so now for some size comparisons. Here we have Leon alongside the Patriot Studio zombie cops from Resident Evil. And man, I freaking love these things so much. They're so nasty. Like, the faces have so much detail. They're really, like, they're pretty horrifying, you know? Like, Patriot Studios went all out with those things, and I think that Leon looks really good next to them. I don't know if he ever crossed paths with zombie cops in the game. I guess at some point he probably would have, right? That makes sense. I don't know. But anyways, I think they look awesome together, and it's going to be fun taking pictures of Leon going against these zombie cops. And then next up, we have him alongside the Mezco 112 Collective Atticus Doom and the Mezco 112 Collective Vapor. And then here we have him alongside some of the best Mezcos of the year. On the left, we have the Mezco 112 Collective Roadblock. On the right, we have Morbius. And I freaking love both of these, but especially Morbius, man. It's so nice to finally have a good comic book Morbius. I do plan on reviewing him. Hopefully I get around to it. And then here we have him alongside the Mezco 112 Collective Michael Myers. That's the first version the Mezco did. On the opposite side, we have the Mezco 112 Collective Orlok. Ooh, here we have some of my favorite figures. On the left, we have the Nada Toys Wukong. On the right, we have one of the two Damn Toys Freedom Brothers. Stepping out of the soft goods world, here we have them alongside a Black Series Imperial Stormtrooper and a G.I. Joe Classified Firefly. And then of course, here we have them alongside the Marvel Legends Renew Your Vows Spider-Man and the Marvel Legends Bucky Cap. And then lastly, here we have them alongside some more of my favorite figures. What we have here are the Nada Toys James figures, aka Logan. And, you know, I think this could be a pretty cool team up. They're both from, like, you know, post-apocalyptic-ish worlds, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's accurate, but I think they could kind of fit together. And, you know, now that I see him next to these guys, I kind of feel like Leon is a little short compared to a lot of other 112 scale figures. I don't know if that's like, I don't know if he's like a short guy in the game or what. I guess next to the zombie cops, he looked pretty like even with them. So maybe Patriot Studios just run a little bit smaller than, you know, a lot of 112 scale stuff. But I think for the most part, he looks good with a bunch of different lines. And yeah, he's a great looking figure. And I think he fits in well with a lot of different things. And then as far as the articulation goes, to me, it seems like it has like pretty much the same articulation as those zombie cops. I'm pretty sure that the body is exactly the same. There's a little bit more going on with Leon, but not a whole lot. For the most part, the articulation seems very similar to those, and that's good because those things were really posable and a lot of fun to play with, and that's the case with Leon. So let's go ahead and take a look starting off at the head. So the head and the neck is one piece. He doesn't have any movement at the upper neck. It's only at the lower neck, but we still get some crazy range. Look how much forward it's able to go. That's pretty dope there. And then could go back to about right there. Not a whole lot, but, you know, a decent amount. We get a little bit of tilt action. And then it could look side to side. So pretty good movement at the neck, even though his head and neck are one piece. You know, obviously I always prefer for like the lower neck and the upper neck to have movement. But when it moves like this, it's I'm okay with it. So they did a good job with that. And then for the torso, he does have a joint at the diaphragm and at the waist, and using both of those, he's able to crunch forward a crazy amount. The torso is some kind of like soft material, but look at that. That is crazy. That's awesome right there. And then you could go back to about right there. And like I said, the shirt just like stays in place no matter what you do with it, but that's pretty good. Then we get some side to side action, and then you could rotate on that waist joint or even on the diaphragm cut. So yeah, I love the torso setup here. And then for the arm, he does have a butterfly joint. I think it doesn't get a whole lot of range, but you could see that it moves. So I think there's a butterfly joint in there. You can get his arm in front of him though for like punching poses and that type of thing. I don't know how much time he spends punching. It's probably risky to punch a zombie or whatever. So I don't know, but yeah, pretty good range there. And then he does have like ball joints at the shoulders, but obviously it's going to be a little restricted because of the clothing. But if you're able to get him to put his arm, both of his arms up at the same time, a really good amount. And obviously if you like pulled the sleeve back or, you know, took the shirt off or whatever, the arms would be able to go all the way around, but it's probably unnecessary. But yeah, look at that. That's really good range considering that he's wearing a shirt. And then he's able to get his arms out to the side a really good amount. And I love how the sleeve of the shirt hugs onto the arm very nicely. Look at that. And then he does have upper bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows that work really well. Get some good range on those. And then at the hand, he does have a ball joint, but it's mostly covered up by the hands that you put on there. So the hinge is kind of limited. You can see that the hinge does move. It rotates with no problem, but when you put the hand on, it covers most of the joint. So the movement is limited, but still pretty good stuff at the hands. And then for the legs, you know, even though he has pants on, let's see what we could do here. He could kick his leg up a decent amount. Straightforward. Kick to, oh man, look at that. He could kick to the side a really nice amount. Hey, that's pretty good considering that he's wearing pants. Not too bad at all. I feel like you could maybe even get a little bit more. Yeah, that's not too bad. His leg can go back only to about right there. Let's see, forward again. Yeah, pretty decent movement going forward. But obviously, you know, it's limited because of the pants, but it's still, you know, it's still pretty good. The side kick was probably the most impressive. And then he does have upper thigh swivel in there. You can see that the pouches are getting a little loose as I mess with them here. So I'll have to adjust that afterwards. He does have double jointed knees. Bam, they get a good bend. Then here at the foot, what do we have going on? Oh, we've got a little ball joint with the hinge. Is there a hinge on there? What the hell's going on down there? I feel like there should be a hinge, but I don't see it. Maybe there's no hinge in there. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's kind of weird. So there's no hinge in there. It looks like the ball joint should hinge forward and back, but it doesn't. So be careful there. Basically, we just have the foot on a ball joint, so we get like a little bit of rocking action. Swivel. Foot could go forward to right there and then come up to right there. So the foot's a little limited, but you know, nothing too bad. Nothing that, you know, keeps the figure from standing up or anything or getting into cool poses. So yeah, man, for the most part, the articulation on this guy is pretty damn awesome. A whole lot of fun to play with. I love that the soft goods still feel safe when you're messing with the figure. I think that's really important with the figure like this. And yeah, Patriot Studios definitely nailed the playability and fun factor with this guy. Alrighty, so overall, at the end of the day, when the smoke clears, the dust settles, and it's all said and done, although I'm not attached to this character and I know very little about the universe that he comes from, I'm still really excited to have this figure because Patriot Studios did an incredible job on this guy. It is such a great looking figure. If you're a big fan of Resident Evil, I feel like this guy is a must-have. It's just so well done, you know? Like the soft goods are so clean, the stitching looks nice, it's really well tailored to the figure itself, and the sculpting work is incredible too. Like the head sculpt looks just as good as the game. It looks perfect to me. I don't know. I would like to know what, you know, huge Leon fans think of the head sculpt, because to me it looks absolutely perfect. The accessories that he comes with are a lot of fun. He's got a bunch of different hands, some guns, that fish, that's kind of crazy. I don't think I have like a realistic looking fish like that, so that's a lot of fun. And then, you know, you have the option to get that pre-order pack. I'm not exactly sure what the deal is with that. I imagine you had to pre-order the figure in order to get that, but those have really cool accessories too, so it's nice to have those add-on options. But yeah, man, the accessories are really nice, and then the articulation is really good on this guy too. It's always hard to, you know, balance articulation with like the whole soft goods setup, you know, and I feel like Patriot Studios has done a good job with it, with this guy and with the zombie cops. All these figures are a whole lot of fun to pose around and play with, and the soft goods look really good, you know, and they don't get messed up when you're playing with the figure. So that seems very hard to do, and I think that Patriot Studios did a great job with it. So yeah, man, I really want to know what Resident Evil fans think of this figure, and feel free to give me any information about this guy or anything like I should know about him, things things that make him interesting or whatever. But yeah, I'm curious to hear what you guys think of this guy, because to me, I feel like this is a very accurate representation of the character from the game. Regardless, you know, what I know about it or what I think about it, I look at this and I go, yup, that looks exactly like the pictures that I've seen online of this character. So yeah, Patriot Studios absolutely killed it. And huge thank you to Patriot Studios for sending this out to me to review. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I'll leave a link to Patriot Studios Instagram in the description below. Be sure to check them out. They're always posting pictures of the things they're working on and all kinds of other cool stuff. If you're interested in picking up this figure, you could get it from crabfigure.com. I'll leave a link to that in the description below as well. So, you know, if you want to pick this guy up, you could get it there, or you could probably get it from like 5K Toys or wherever you choose to buy things like this. But yeah, man, if you follow my channel, you know that like this type of figure is the thing that I'm really into right now. I love like what third-party companies are doing, or what the smaller companies are doing with like really obscure licenses, or sometimes like original characters. Just like, you know, they're killing it with like incredible sculpting, really well done soft goods, and just all kinds of good things going on. Patriot Studios is definitely one of those companies killing it in that field, and I'm just really digging it right now. I have another Resident Evil figure that I'm going to be reviewing very soon. I think it goes by the name of the Reaper, and I believe it's based on the character, what is it, Huck or Hunk or something like that from Resident Evil. If there's anything I need to know about that guy, let me know in the comments of this video. But yeah, man, this Leon figure is awesome. And with that, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Also, be sure to hit the bell notification so you know every time that I go live. Thank you very much. Peace.